It never occurred to me that chair yoga would be an option for tight hips because every time I sit in a chair, sit too long at the dinner table, sit in front of the computer, sit on a train or a plane, it just feels really challenging to get up. I have to get up and walk around because the hips get so tight while seated. But there are many things that we can do to open up the hips to address tight hips in the chair. We'll begin seated. Sit on a chair that's not upholstered. Sit on a chair without arms to it. Perhaps you have a metal folding chair. We'll begin seated. In a seated position, sit close to the chair edge and sit tall. With your feet right below your knees, just do some side-to-side actions to bring some awareness to this pelvic area. After the side-to-side actions, move to the right side of your seat so that the right leg can swing. As you lift the right leg up, you can hug it in for hip flexion. Reach it back for hip extension. So draw the right leg in and reach it out. Now see if you can do that without the use of your hands, just on the strength of the leg. Draw the knee in, reach it out, come in, reach out, draw in, and extend out. Come back to the center position. In the center position, same thing, little windshield wipers just to bring a little bit more balanced action before we go to the left side. And as you move the pelvis over to the left side of the chair to give you enough room for the swinging action, first start just lifting your left knee high before reaching it straight back. And lift it up high and reach it back. Now let's do that on the strength of the leg alone. Draw the left knee in, reach it out, hip flexion, hip extension, draw in to reach out. Lift your right knee up and down. Lift it up, now move it to the side and down. Come back to center. Lift the right knee up to the side and down, back to center. Lift the right knee up, draw it to the side. This time without touching the floor, create a circle with your right knee. And again, using the power of the leg, draw a big circle with the right knee. Now, keeping the right foot elevated, go counterclockwise and see if you can make the circle pretty big. Just getting the knee to move really wide and up and down. And you can release so you start to feel those hip flexors are working there. Lift the left knee up. Take it to the left side, take the foot down and come back to the midline. Lift up, draw to the side, take the foot down and pull it back in. Lift up, draw to the side, take it down and pull it back in. Now let's do circles without the foot touching. So you have to be at the very edge of the seat to do this. Sit tall, lift your left leg up and go counterclockwise or clockwise, your choice, and see if you can get really wide circles going on in the left hip. And now come to the opposite direction. Lift your knee up for big circles and take it down. Now take your right knee just on top of your left knee. See if you can just kind of let gravity do its thing to draw the knee closer to the earth. Now, with your left hand, pull your knee up, but with your right leg, see if you can push down, push the knee down. You might want to hold on to the back of the chair as you get a strong action with the leg. Your right toes are active. You're pushing the knee down, and you're starting to turn the chest just a little bit to get this nice awareness to the right side of the pelvic area. Keep pushing the knee down, even as the left arm is trying to lift the leg up. Release now. Come to the opposite side. Take the left ankle just to the outer right knee. Let gravity help you out, but engage the leg by spreading the toes. Gravity can just help to take the knee down, but don't push the knee down. You might want to just give a loving touch to the very top of the thigh by the pant leg crease. Now, to get a little bit more strength in these muscles that support the action of the leg, we'll take the opposite hand, the right hand to the left knee. You can take your left hand back so that in order to hold on as you come to the twist, the hand is lifting up the knee, but the leg is resisting, trying to draw down as you come to this twisting action. Just move the chest into the fullness of the pose. And release to come out of this position. Let's come to the same pose, to the same position where the right ankle is just on top of the left knee. See if you can hold on to the shin and lift it actually up off the leg. And just move side to side as a way to just get a little bit more fluidity in the movement of the hip. Maybe you can even lift your foot just a little bit higher than the knee or at the same height as the knee, just moving nicely here before releasing your right foot down. Take your left foot right on top of the knee. And same thing, the knee starts higher than the ankle. Can you, through the lift of the shin bone, can you encourage the foot to get a little bit higher so that maybe the ankle is about the same height as the knee or even higher if possible? And just moving side to side just to get a little bit of opening here in the hip. You can release your left foot down. Draw your right knee up. Stretch your left leg out. Take your right heel just above the knee and with the right hand behind you on the chair seat or on the back of the chair. Just draw yourself into a bit of a twist here. Keep your toes active and spread as you come to the twist. Release yourself out of the pose. Straighten your right leg. Draw your left knee up in lots of hip flexion and park the heel down. Draw yourself into a twist to the opposite side. You can hold on to the chair seat. Come forward on your sit bones. Get length all the way from the sit bones to the crown of the head as you invite yourself into more fullness in your twist. Release out of the pose. Come to a wide stance. Step your feet wide. You can turn your toes out slightly in this. Take your right forearm down to the top of the thigh, and as if you're holding on to something, have the palm face up toward the sky. Turn your underside ribs up toward the sky. Reach your left arm to the sky. Reach over and enjoy nice fullness to the breath, nice engagement. Keep the legs active. Keep your legs active by pulling the heels in toward the midline of your stance. Inhale, rise up. Come to the opposite side for that nice long side stretch. Take your forearm down with the left forearm down, the palm facing up. Turn your underside ribs up toward the sky. Reach your right arm up. Spread your fingers. Reach over. Can you get your right sit bone to stay planted on the chair, even as you're taking most of your weight over to the left side? Inhale, rise up, come out of the pose. Now turn toward your right foot, and we'll come to almost 90 degrees here with the right knee bent, the right sit bone on the chair, the left knee right under the pelvis. Take your right arm to the chair so you feel balanced. Reach your left arm up. Reach your left arm over. Enjoy the breath here as you expand. And slowly come out of the pose. Now take it a little bit deeper. Reach your left foot way back so that we're getting that hip extension that we started the practice with again. Turn toward your front knee. You can hold on to the chair if you wish and reach your left arm up. Or if you feel balanced, you can reach both arms up. Take your gaze up. Take your hands back, your gaze back. Release your hands down. Let's come to the opposite side. So turn your left toes out with the right knee bent, right knee right under the pelvis. Take hold of the back of your chair with your left hand. Reach your right arm up. Reach your right arm over. You're trying to drop the right knee down to give you even more length to the side body. Inhale, rise up. Reach your right leg back. So the right leg is straight now. As you root down into the earth with the left foot and with the right foot, with strength, you can reach both arms up, or your choice, hold on to the chair if you feel out of balance. Take your hands wider apart. Take your gaze up, your hands back, gaze back. Release your hands down to your knee. Come back to your seated position. For our last position, we'll do the no hands chair pose. So you're seated on a chair. You're seated forward on the chair. Reach your arms up and have your arms help you out on this. Come forward slightly. Take your hands wider apart. Now lift up off the chair. And come back down. Reach your pelvis back. Sit down on the chair and rise up. Let's do that 2 more times so that we can really engage the legs nice. After we've done so much hip work, the legs feel open, the legs are strong. Reach your arms up. Draw forward. See if you can get lightness in your sit bones. If it's not working for you, just stay right here. But as you try to lift up, you come to the yoga pose, Utkatasana, chair pose. Now come back out of the pose. Reach back, touch down, rise up. Last time, draw forward, root down from the pelvis to your feet to get nice stability before lifting up. Come to the chair pose and come back to the chair and release. Sit back in your chair. Close your eyes. Receive a nice in-breath and out-breath. You took this time to create more awareness, more mobility, more strength in the area of the hip. So give yourself time to assimilate the actions that you did in your practice. With your eyes closed, take your attention to your breath. Make the breath long and full on the in-breath. On the out-breath, create this nice expression of just releasing fully. You breathe in through the nose and out long through the nose. You breathe in deep, pause. You breathe out long. And pause. Continue with this very restful and relaxing fullness to your breath. Thank you so much for joining me in the practice. Namaste.